The GOM greets me with 84 kilometers this morning. 84 kilometers predicted EV range. And guys, just driving down to the first crossing here, and it went down to 78. So that was already 6 kilometers down, while almost going downhill here all the time. More coasting than driving. 6 kilometers down, as expected. Interesting to see the dog actually shows me only 40 kilometers of range, so less than usually. So we have now traveled 3 kilometers here until the intersection of the highway, and this one went down by 25 kilometers. 25 kilometers lost on the gasometer. Oh, it's dropping fast. I've never seen the heating on 4.6 kilowatt. So the club is not open this morning, and I need to go for a drive to Mount Tarampa this afternoon. So we'll have to use some fuel again, and the 84 kilometers have shrunk down to 24 kilometers only. So I've used 60 kilometers for 15 kilometers driven. Okay, see you later. It's so cold, guys. It is so cold. Okay, maybe it's not that cold. We've got 16 outside, but it feels like 15. That's how cold it is here. I need to get changed. Okay, let's go. So we've got two appointments this evening, and then we go home. This is all in total a trip of many kilometers. 87 kilometers. So I can't make it in pure electric. Okay, the battery is half full. So we will drive in hybrid charge mode on the highway. I will drive highway tonight. I have to get home and edit this video. Plus 1.3 ampere hours. I'm always gaining ampere hours. Even the heating was running for quite some minutes now. I still have 1.3 ampere hours here. That is amazing. See how cold the battery is. 17-18 degrees. That is so freaking cold. That's not funny. So heater circulation on. And 24 degrees. Yep, nice and warm. And we will see no heating at the moment, because we have reached the temperature already. It is nice and warm in here. Nice and warm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go. Well guys, I'm reading all your comments of my last video where I told you that Mitsubishi may be right with what they are doing. So this is a bit of a controversial discussion now we have. I really don't know what is going on. So we have these two groups of drivers now, or of cars actually. The used cars with the old battery, and new cars or cars which have a new battery. And of course with the new cars and the cars with new battery, it is obvious that the BMU should be calibrated. It should be calibrated to 40 ampere hours or to 46 in the 2019 model. This is clearly not happening, so we are losing 2 ampere hours already from the beginning. But now with the used cars, with the older batteries, 4 or 5 year old cars, and they're showing 40 ampere hours as well, And we clap the hands and say, oh yes, that is good. That's a good outcome. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. We should see 40 ampere hours in all the vehicles after a successful triple procedure. Well, no, we should not. We should not. It cannot be that a 4 or 5 year old car shows 40 ampere hours as well as a new car or a new battery. That is not possible. But we are very happy to accept that without thinking about it. Because we want the maximum EV range. We want the battery to be healthy and showing the maximum capacity. But it's not possible with a 4-year-old battery. It's just not possible. That cannot be. There must be some sort of degradation. Even if you drive the vehicle only in hybrid mode for the first 2 or 3 years, as we have seen this many times, the battery cannot be at 100% state of health anymore. Yes, I know. I've read your comments. Someone said the battery may be over provisioned from the beginning, so it has not 40 ampere hours, it may have 41 or 42 ampere hours. So there might be more capacity in the battery than we actually know. Of course. And we have seen this in Hunter's car when they did the DBCAM. Oh, I should blink a little bit here. I can't hold the camera and... Oh, that's enough. And the DBCAM in his car showed 41.5, 41.6 ampere hours in the DBCAM. And the DBCAM is the way to determine the state of health of the battery. What Mitsubishi says, what we say, so we agree in this term. But then, how can it be that one 2014 model vehicle goes into a workshop, they do a DBCAM, they do just a DBCAM, nothing else, and the state of health rises by 0.5 ampere hours. Let me just go into the highway here and set the autopilot 100. Okay, now you've got time to talk. So this car goes into the workshop and gets a DBCAM carried out. Nothing else, just this one procedure. And the ampere hours rise by 0.5 ampere hours. So obviously the DBCAM measures the correct capacity of the battery. Car had only 30.8. Yeah, I think it was from 30.3 to 30.8 ampere hours, a rise, DBCAM. So the owner, of course, not happy with that, went back to Mitsubishi and said, look, that's not good enough. That's still under 80%. They took the car back in, did a reset, cell smoothing and DBCAM, and the car came back with 40 ampere hours. Owner is happy, takes the car back, everything works just fine. So how can we accept this? 40 ampere hours is clearly not correct. It cannot be 40 ampere hours. This car has been driven and charged regularly. The battery has been used. It cannot have 40 ampere hours. Even if the battery was a super extreme perfect condition one with 42 or 43 ampere hours and from the beginning, it has lost more than 3 ampere hours in 4 or 5 years. 5 years. It cannot be on 40 ampere hours, but we accept it. We say, yes, this is correctly done. I want this too. And now you look on Facebook, everyone is buying MUD devices in China. They're all doing their own triple procedure now. Fiddling around with the car, doing resets, DBCAMs. EV Fan from Poland, he's got his 160,000 kilometer 2014 PHEV back to 40 ampere hours. So how do we explain that? It is clearly a software issue, but are we not exposing this software issue as a real software issue now? And now he bought this vehicle from the Netherlands and drove it back all the way through Germany to Poland, the battery was down to under 70%, if I remember correctly. And now it is back to 105%, so 40 ampere hours. And we say, yes, success. I want this too. I'll buy a mat for $600. I'll do the same. I'll get my full capacity back. Are we not wrecking the battery? Is it dipping down into the lower buffer of the battery? Is it using more bottom reserve capacity to allow this extended range? After 5 years, we are talking about a 5-year-old battery. This is not a new battery, this is 5 years old. So I don't know. On the other hand, some people said, look, why should I reserve battery performance, battery power? I just put the car in charge mode here because we are down to 46% and I need some battery later on when we drive a little bit slower. So some people said, look, why should I reserve battery capacity, battery health for later? I don't even know if they still have the car later in a couple of years. I may have sold already, so I want the capacity now. Totally understandable. It's advertised from Mitsubishi. The car has 45 kilometers or 35 miles, whatever that is, on EV range, and you should get this for quite a long time. Not only the first 3 or 4 years, you should get this a long time. Of course you will lose a little bit at the end, but this should not be more than 10%, I would say. As this battery is set up in the car, so bottom buffer 30%, a little bit of top buffer, fairly controlled C rating while charging, while discharging. The battery should last at least 160,000 kilometers on pure electric. Some people even say it could last 300,000 kilometers on pure electric. So of course we want the EV range now. But as you can see, something is not lining up correctly. It is not right. We cannot expect the full EV range, the full capacity after 5 years. There must be clearly some sort of degradation. And if it's only 5%, but we should not see 40 ampere hours anymore. And I was discussing this morning with my good old friend Toby from Germany. And he made some good points, and I'll put something together for a future video and explain this to you as simple as possible, which potentially makes sense from what he told me this morning. So there's more to it. Anyway guys, this is just my thought about all your comments. Yeah, so please keep the comments coming, and I'll get back to you with more details about the whole situation very soon. And then I will show you what was actually in this suitcase. Yeah, well, some people have asked. Okay guys, I'll put you back in the front seat here so you can enjoy the ride in the sunset. Down to 50%. Let's stay positive. 50%. So okay guys, back in the car. It is 7 p.m. now. It is so dark, unbelievable. The deepest night. Turn on the heating. We've got 12 degrees outside now. I probably need to go to the other customer now Rosewood, and pick up this laptop there as well. But I give them a call if it's not too late for them, because it will take me another half an hour to get there. So I'm not sure, because it's 7 o'clock already, if they are keen for me to come over. I'll give them a quick call. See you soon. Thanks. Bye bye.
Okay then, bye.
Bye. Okay, let's go to Rosewood and pick up this laptop. They are still keen. Wow. Okay, so we are now back at the highway. And we need to cross the highway, just jump over it to get to the other side. And I think they have... Oh, this is all new here. Brisbane to Mumbai. I think I need to go this way here. See, there's just a stop sign here. Okay, stop and then go onto the highway and go to on this lane here on the right. Take this turn off. It's a bit confusing, but this gets you to the other side here. Now we have to cross the highway again. Yeah, and then we turn left here. Wow, that is confusing. But you know, I made it. Let's go into the dark again. So we are back in the car, picked up this laptop here, and now we are going home. I'm just not sure if I should go back to the highway. That's the fastest way. If I go via Grantchester, lately it takes forever. This is all, yeah, this takes too long. I go back to the highway. That's the easiest way. Actually, the navigator wants me to go back to the highway. Quickest route. It is 7:30 p.m. I drove the car in charge mode all the time from the other customer to here now, and it did really well. So I could recharge the battery to I've just lost another 0.1 ampere hour, you won't believe it. There you go. Down to 38.3. Just while picking up this bloody laptop. And driving the car in hybrid mode. And as you can see, it's fairly consistent with the decrease in capacity, with the loss in capacity. That was only a week ago now. Okay. So, of course, I have lost 1.7 ampere hours now from the maximum capacity. 3 months, 1.7 ampere hours down. That's not too good. There's no holding back. It's not leveling off. Some of you guys have speculated it will level off at one stage, but we've never seen in any car anywhere that the degradation levels off. So, back on the highway. Okay, let's go. Starts in serious mode, and now it turns over parallel mode. We're down to 25.1%. Let's see how far we can get this down. This is uphill on the highway, driving in power mode, a little bit over speed limit, but this is just for the sake of the test here. 24. Oh, well, I'm on top of the hill now. That's very interesting here. I'm driving 100 kilometers per hour and the car drives in serious mode. So it only generates energy for the battery. That is interesting. And now it changes over to parallel mode, but only after a while. And it was actually, yeah, have a look at this. Oh no, oh yeah, 26. See, 26 kilowatts it charges the battery now. Okay guys, finally back home. Yeah, 6.2 liters it shows me, but this is not the whole of the day, because I was driving in full electric this morning, which is not displayed here right now. This is just from the drive. Yeah, door closes. I've got 28 degrees in here. This is so nice. That is my preferred temperature of all time. 28 is so nice. Really, once you live here down in Australia, you get used to this heat, to this warmer weather, and everything else is cold. It's 24 outside and you say, oh, it's cold. As you have seen before, I thought it was freezing outside, but it was still 16 degrees. So 28 is a nice temperature. I'm not sweating, it's not hot. It's a nice temperature. So I was driving mostly in hybrid mode and still lost 0.1 ampere hour. Stop live data, turn this shit off here. I think this car is amazing. It drives amazing. And you see this serious mode in a series of this serious mode and parallel mode in combination, going back and forward, up and down, left and right. It does it all automatically and it just works. So all in total, we have driven 103 kilometers, 51 of them in electric, but not in one go. I turned on charge mode manually. 1.2 kilometers up and down. Well, just the consumption, please. Just the consumption. 5.2 liters, so 1 liter less than it actually shows, because of my initial drive this morning. So I've burned 5.3 liters of fuel today. That's not good. There's 120 gram per kilometers, and we've traveled 100 kilometers, 103 kilometers. That is like 1.23 tons of CO2 emissions. Okay, I promise I need to drive more carefully. I need to drive more economically to reduce my carbon footprint with this car. It is insane. I like it. I mean, not the emissions, but the car. I like the car. Okay, I charge again tonight. Tomorrow is nothing. But I want to talk about this loss of capacity again tomorrow. I don't want to show you now how much kilometers and how much time it has traveled. I'll prepare everything tonight and we talk about it in tomorrow's show. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming with me. This is Andy from Unplugged EV Australia signing off. You stay charged and we will see us again in the next video tomorrow. Coming soon. Okay guys, see you then. Bye bye.